Support local here on Studio 10. We have a family business to introduce you today, Production Saw, and I'm with Jake. Tell us a little bit about your company here.
So we manufacture machined components for GM, Ford, Toyota, Honda, and we also do some aftermarket machining work and make different components for different people.
And we're sitting in front of your beautiful display of these parts. They're all kind of they all kind of look the same to me, but I'm sure they have the sort of separate function that they do. We have a few on the table here. Tell me a little bit about what these are that you make.
Yep. So these are aftermarket hydraulic roller lifters for high performance, high horsepower engines.
Okay.
And then this is a transmission part for Ford that we machine the whole thing around, and we drill these angled holes in there. Those are oil holes. So,
and you would find this where on your vehicle?
Inside the transmission.
Okay.
That would be inside the transmission, and this would be inside the engine in the valve train.
And you have a beautiful facility here. You have a whole floor of machinery going. It's very loud in there, so we couldn't go in there for the interview itself. But talk to me a little bit about your floor and what the machines are doing out there.
So there's all sorts of machines out there that can machine parts in different ways. We've got lathes, we've got machining centers, we've got Swiss machines that we take long form material and we'll saw cut it or we'll bar feed it and we'll machine parts out of that.
And talk to me about machines. How many do you have out there? What's your production look like? Do you have a bunch of guys out there all day long? Is it a big operation? What is that like?
Yeah, we've got about 125 different CNC machines out on the floor, about 150 employees across 3 shifts, 24 hours a day.
All right, lots of opportunities for people out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
And what's the demand been like? Like I know like with the car industry, people are like, oh, we can't get this piece or we can't get chips or we can't get this. Have you guys had kind of a heightened demand in the past 18 months or so?
No, actually the chip shortage has really kind of affected us quite a bit.
Has it?
Yep, it's been real up and down, pretty high variance in the demand. The aftermarket stuff is really high right now, but the OEM, the Ford, GM, Chrysler stuff's really hit and miss by the month. But yeah.
So lots of jobs, and if people are interested in looking for a job, I know you guys are recruiting.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's talk to Ashley a little bit about the recruitment and if people want to work for Production Saw. So thank you, Jake, for your time.
Cool, thank you.
Now we're with Ashley. We talked a little bit with Jake about how you guys are recruiting. You have a lot of positions and shifts you're trying to fill for. So talk to me a little bit about what you're looking for.
So what we are looking for are people with positive attitudes and a willingness to learn. We do have one-on-one training and on-site training, so we can grow your skills if you're entry level. But we also are a home for the fairly qualified or people who have been in vocation for a long time. So this is a good home for anybody who's looking for some steady career work rather than just a job.
Okay, so Ashley, if people want to work at Production Saw, do they need a degree? Do they need a certificate? Do they need training, or do you provide that here? What does that look like? What do they need to come in with?
So what they need to come in with is actually really little to no experience at all, because we do on-site training, so we can grow your skills right from here. We do have a 2, 6, and 12-week program that we start you with, and then you can grow as on your operator levels. So there are many ways that they can grow with us without having little to no experience.
Okay, and what kind of jobs would they be doing?
So we have machine operators, we also have a cutting department, and they can also grow into different positions. So being a maintenance tech or going to short run where they do a little more hands-on experience with machine parts. So there's different ways that they can also grow with us and stay with the company.
And Jake kind of talked to me a little bit about how you have a lot of shifts, almost a 24-hour operation. So if people are looking for that overnight so they can be with their family, you kind of have a bunch of shifts that you're recruiting for.
Yes, so we do have 3 different shifts that we run, first, second, and third. But the wonderful thing about working with Production Saw is that we don't have mandatory overtime. That is voluntary. So when we say a work-life balance, we mean a work-life balance.
Which is great. We're all looking for that.
Right? Transparency is the best.
Absolutely. All right. If people are interested in a job here, where do they go?
They will go to Elwood Staffing, or they could give us a call. Our number here is 517-529-4014. Call or come down and see us.
Okay, perfect. All right, Ashley, thank you for your time here at Production Saw.
Thank you guys very much.
All right, stick around. More of Studio 10 is coming up after the break.